Well, welcome to Inspiration right here on Truth TV and also on YouTube on INSPIRATION Inspiration with Felix Dadzie on YouTube. My name is Felix Dadzie and welcome to a time of inspiration, motivation, and a time where you will be, you receive wisdom from people who are well versed in various topics. Well, today I will be talking to a man I so love, a man that he spews wisdom that blesses me personally. And today he'll be talking about something concerning relationships. We'll be talking how to resolve conflicts in relationships, how to last long in marriage. And marriage is a forever thing. And we'll be finding out about everything that he has to do concerning relationships and marriage. He is the principal counselor and executive director of the Holistic Counseling and Training Consult Limited right here in Dansoman, Sakaman, and he's in the person of Dr. Kofi Abbrey. That is his name. We are in his office actually, and we are here to find out what he does in holistic counseling and training consult, and also to talk about marriage. Is longevity in marriage possible? Well, we'll find out right here on Inspiration with Felix Dadzie. Don't go anywhere after this break. We will get talking.
For your healthy and delicious choice of bread, then look no further. These bakery services as your number one and preferred choice for your sugar bread, wheat bread, butter bread, coconut bread. Then these bakery services as your number one and preferred choice. For further information on how to order bread from these bakery services, contact 0508 728 963 or 0508 0966 41. These bakery bread, your healthy and delicious choice. You can locate this bakery at Medina Zongo Junction, Accra.
I'm in the office of Dr. Kofi Abbrey, and I told you he is the principal counselor for Holistic Training and Consult Limited right here in Dansoman, Accra. And he will talking to us on longevity in marriage and relationship. And he just celebrated 38 years of marriage.
Yes.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Every time I see there's a new thing.
Yes.
Is it like you're celebrating this?
Life is made up of activities here and there.
All right. Let's get to talk about marriage. Has marriage been blissful for you?
Yes, of course. I'll marry over and over again.
You marry over and over, okay.
Because marriage is good.
Marriage is good. All right.
I told my wife she has made me to enjoy marriage so much so that if perhaps she dies before me, I'll still marry again.
You're still. You won't say to we'll die together or you won't say
no.
When
we're getting married, we say something till death do us part. So eventually, death will part us.
Okay. Interesting. But has there been challenge in marriage, in your marriage, let's say?
Studies reveal that conflict in marriage does not determine the happiness, the satisfaction for marriage is concerned, but how they are handled.
Okay.
As long as we are human beings with our differences and our differences in the way we understand things, if there are no conflict, then we are in heaven.
If we are not in conflict.
If there's no conflict. Yes.
Then we are in heaven.
Yeah.
Amazing. Let's talk about marriage. What would you define as a successful marriage?
When we talk about successful marriage, I would say that two people coming together, number one, understanding each other. Because in marriage, you first have to understand yourself, understand your partner, and accommodate your partner with his otherness. Okay. That means whatever your partner is, you are ready to accommodate your partner without any aim of wanting to change your partner, but being there for your partner, provide unconditional love and conditional approval. That means it's not everything that your partner will do that you'll be happy with, that you approve of, but that notwithstanding, doesn't affect your love for your partner. So if together you can stay within this environment, within this relationship, and you grow with of that children. You know, when you're talking about love, love is seeking and doing the best for the other.
Okay.
So for the years, you were able to live together, seeking and doing for the best for each other. You can see you have gone through a successful, fruitful marriage.
Amazing.
Of course, you have to measure your level of satisfaction. Once you look at your level of satisfaction, you can say, yes, you are good to go. You've really understood what it takes to live together, not just as human beings, but people of the opposite sex who are ready and willing to be there for each other.
All right. Now, you talk about marriage, you being there for each other. Is there a specific person that is assigned by God to every man or every woman?
There's no specific person assigned by God to any person.
Okay.
Specifically.
Okay.
Someone will say, she's my rib. Mm-hmm. Your wife cannot be your rib before marriage. But after marriage, you can intentionally make her your rib.
Okay. So there's no specific person?
There's no specific person.
It's
every creature created by God you can live with. Once you are connected to God, you know, you're only a human being because there is God. Mm-hmm. Because there is God and there are other human beings, you will learn to live with any other human being God has created.
Okay.
Once you all have your root to God, you can live together.
Once you have your roots with God,
yes,
you can live together.
You can live together.
All right. now for those who are watching us, who are in have the inspiration to get married, who are aspiring to get married, I should put it that way. What are some of the things to look out for when you want to take a hold of a success of a partner, of a marriage partner? What are some of the things that you have to look at?
There's a principle. The principle is be the person you're looking for is looking for.
Okay.
And when you have found a person, continuously improve yourself. The person you have found will not be disappointed having found you.
Okay.
So if you want to enter into a relationship, who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you? And what is your goal?
Okay.
And what you are trying to achieve within a relationship. From the genesis of all things, God said, it is not good that a man should be alone. But come to think about it, this man, before God said it's not good that he should be alone, this man, first and foremost, was having a relationship with God. A meaningful relationship with God. Number one. Number two, the man was having a living relationship with the environment. He was not complaining of the world God has created him into. To the point that he was used to the creatures and all the things that are created by God, to the point that he started naming them one after the other. He was living with them harmoniously. So, first and foremost, God initiated marriage. And if you want to enter into marriage, what's your relationship with God? That's number one. Number two, are you happy with the world you are living in? If you are complaining all the time, any person come into your world, you complain about him or her as well. Number three, God said it's not good that a man should be a make man help meet for. That help meet for, even render means Adam is having a goal, but he alone cannot get that goal accomplished.
Okay.
So I am bringing someone who can make a capable contribution, a complementary contribution to help Adam to fulfill his goal. So if I'm entering into a relationship, what is my goal in life? I'm bringing someone to provide a complementary contribution. So I know who I am, my lacks and my dislikes, and what my deficiencies, and the areas I excel. Once I'm able to understand who I am, then when I'm bringing anyone on board, he said in relationship, you build more similarities and manage your differences to complement each other. So when you enter, what are the things that we can say? These are the areas we are similar. Mm-hmm. And how do you manage our differences to complement each other? If you are in for all that, you are good to go to get a partner. First and foremost, the relationship with God, being used to the world you are in, have a goal in life, know who you are, and bring someone on board to complement your effort in achieving the purpose, your mission in life.
All right. What role does counseling hold in marriage? Because you go to some churches, some do 3 months, 6 months, and they say counseling is compulsory. I know churches that if you don't do your counseling, if you even mess with one, the wedding will be disallowed. It will not be made to happen in the church. What is the role of counseling in marriage? And is it important that one needs to be counseled in marriage? Or before marriage and in marriage? Okay.
Someone will say you don't have it all getting into marriage.
Okay.
And marriage is an institution.
Okay.
And that's why even before the church came in, on the reach puberty age, you are put aside for 40 days and you are groomed and prepared into adulthood.
Okay.
And then they teach you everything concerning relationship, concerning marriage, personal hygiene, and many things. So there was a measure of counseling taking place in our traditional setup. If you look at what I've written here, every man needs voices that help keep it on key.
Okay.
Voices that rejoice about, delight in, and praises the love of the couple.
You have it here in your office.
My office.
Every married needs voices that help keep it on key, voices that rejoice about, delight in, and praise the love of the couple.
So the two of you are going to marry.
Okay.
You want to study each other. There should someone brought on board to assist you to facilitate the relationship.
Okay.
Because if the two of you are the only person traveling along without a referee, who blow the whistle? That is a foul. So the council as a referee to say no, don't go this way. This is a foul.
Foul. Okay. That makes sense. That makes sense.
Yes,
exactly. Offside.
And all that is penalty.
Which team do you support?
I support your team.
My team, Chelsea.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's what it is. And counseling, when they are entering into relationship, they are coming about with issues. And everybody is having the mindset of somebody to carry my burden for me. So your partner has come with issues, you are coming with issues, and it's coming, with the expectation of getting someone to help me carry my burden. What about if you enter the relationship? Realize that what the person is bringing alongside is far more than what you think of. So there's a need for someone to come alongside to help you facilitate the relationship. The issues you are coming with, you alone cannot deal with it. If you can deal with the issues, no problem. But I need a professional, a mature person, someone who understands what it takes. Because relationship, there are principles regulating relationship.
Oh, there are principles and regulations.
Principles of trust. Principles of being there for each other. Principles of love. Principle of respect. All these must be looked at. So this person comes along not only to deal with issues, but to educate you. The education comes in, communication. How assertive are you individually? What type of self-confidence have you reached within the relationship? What's your knowledge and understanding for conflict resolution is concerned? What's your knowledge and understanding as far as financial management is concerned? How do you understand each other's lifestyle? How do you manage your differences? What are your likes and dislikes, and how do you sync them together? Obviously, you need a professional to guide you through, even from the family you belong, your family of origin, the kind of flexibility and closeness within that relationship of the family of origin. How is it impacting positively or negatively within the family you are creating? So you have to measure your closeness and flexibility. Even your spiritual belief, how is it impacting on your relationship? So you need someone to come on board. The psalmist said, yea, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil. Why? Because you are with me. The presence of someone in the valley of shadow of death takes away fear and deal with anxiety. So the presence of the counselor, a mature individual or marriage mentor, helps you to deal with the fears and anxieties that you might go through in your relationship working towards marriage. So premarital counseling is key. It's important. In fact, study shows that those who go through premarital counseling, they are ahead 30% towards making the marriage to stand. And 30% of those who go through premarital counseling don't get married. That means if they didn't go through, they have gone through the relationship without doing the issues that needs to be dealt with. So they enter with many, many challenges and they are not capable. Not everybody who is capable, because to become a wife, everybody say, I'm a wife, whether he has gone to school or not. Well, you know such it takes to cook food or not. Once you get the title, I'm a wife. Well, come to think about it, before you can call yourself a lawyer, there should some basic knowledge and understanding on that field. Medical doctor, in any field, and marriage is a profession, you have some basic knowledge and understanding of how a relationship is concerned.
Okay.
Because marriage has legal dimension, social dimension, cultural dimension, and spiritual dimensions.
Okay.
So all these dimensions you have to look at. So if you're not looking at all these dimensions, how do you enter into marriage? So people enter a relationship and there's no legal dimension to the relationship. There's no spiritual dimension to the relationship.
They just enter.
They just enter. And they even don't understand what it is. So say, I can't trust my partner. Then why aren't you?
I don't trust you.
I don't trust you. Because the Bible says you should not trust a man. The Bible didn't say that. The Bible says you should trust a man. But if your trust in man is making you to move away from God, then there's a curse.
There's a curse.
But if your trust in man don't make you to move away from God, there's no curse upon you. You need to trust each other. We can't trust each other. How can we enter a relationship? And respect. You don't enter a relationship to destroy our dignities, to destroy our personalities. There's a need to respect each other.
Okay.
And the principle of what? Love, seeking, and doing the best for each other. We can't go against it.
So all these are principles.
Yeah, these are principles. You need to know, you need to understand, and embrace it wholeheartedly before we enter into a relationship.
Okay. Now let's talk about counseling in marriage. In marriage, is counseling also very needed since they are already married?
So there's premarital counseling and marital counseling.
Marital counseling, okay.
And then parenting counseling. Now we have entered into marriage. Things were going on well. At a point, crisis came, problems setting, challenges came, and we are not able to deal with. If you're able to deal with, no problem. But if our coping mechanisms are not adequate enough to cope with the challenges we are being confronted with, we need to go. They said, someone came to me and said, "Because I don't know I've come to you. Why I've come to you. Imagine you have a car, and always you're having trouble with your car, you call for a mechanic, and he comes to do some work on it, you're on the road, it spoils again. There comes a time when you have to put the car down and do a total overhaul of the car to put it in proper shape. They said, in our marriage, we have been doing some checks here and there, but now we have come to a total overhauling of our marriage. That's why here in our council, when you are having issues with your marriage, when you come to us, you don't start dealing with the issues. Number one, you want to read the history, understand the history of the marriage, because before I deal with a problem, I want to understand the root cause of the problem. And solution-focused counseling says that the root cause of the problem is the solution to the problem.
Okay. The root cause of the problem
is the solution to the problem.
Okay.
So what I'm saying is, I want to understand how you enjoyed your relationship till the problem came in.
Okay.
What was happening within your relationship till the challenges came up? If I can travel along with you and go to the first year of your marriage, second year of your marriage, 10 years before problems starting, I will know what was happening in the relationship, what you stopped doing, or what you were not doing and you started doing that brought about this problem. And there, I can see the solution to your problem. And over here, because you are professionals, don't just start dealing with this primary problem. We sign you up to do what you call relationship assessment.
Relationship assessment.
Assessment.
Okay.
And individually, you will sign up to answer more than 250 questions individually, online. A report is generated. and a 24-page report is generated on many issues of your relationship. And when that is done, we even give you a workbook.
Oh, okay. This is a copy of the workbook. Okay.
And this workbook,
prepare and rich.
Yes. So you are preparing to marry. You go through a study. You are married, and there are issues. You want to still go back and understand what is happening within the marriage. That's not making it work. And if you come, you see that within the work, we have communication, personal strength and profiles, conflict resolution, financial management, leisure activities, sex and affection, relationship rules, spiritual beliefs, marriage expectation, children and parenting, couple and family life, personality and goals. Look at your man from all these areas. So when we are done with you now, we come to appreciate the counsel. Rather, no, I didn't just come here with an issue. I've been informed, I've been educated, and the money become better than you ever came to meet us with. So the marital counsel is very important. Premarital or marital counsel. You know what? What I've come from my years of counsel, rather, people wait too long before they see a counselor. People wait too long before they see their pastor. There's the notion that, oh, ma'am, ever since I got married, no, I sat down to settle any issue between us. It's not pride. You realize that there are many issues. A couple came to me, rather, for more than 20 years they have gotten married. There are many issues that have not been dealt with. Why wait? Why wait and see all these issues and like that? When there are people trained, professional, to be there for you and to give you unconditional positive regard, well, they will take you as far. They are not going to fault you and say you are wrong, you are right. We are going to make you to get understanding of your relationship, how to be there for each other. So premarital counseling, marital counseling is key for marriage successful and satisfaction.
Right. Now, longevity in marriage, how to keep the marriage sweet at home. Okay, I want us to look at that. But first of all, I want us to go to your house.
Thank you very much.
So that we can look at that. So can we go?
Yes. Yeah, but you are at the consult and
okay, so I wanted to put all there so that we.
Okay, once you are here.
Okay, so let's look at. So you know.
Holistic counseling and training consult.
Okay, so what
you do counseling and do training as well.
Okay. So what do you do here at the Holistic Consultant Training Center? What are the main things that you do here?
So Holistic Counseling and Training Consult, you offer counseling services, coaching services, and training services.
Okay.
We have even a lay practitioner certificate in counseling.
Okay.
You know, pastors do counseling, but they are not counselors.
Okay.
So if you want to do professional counseling as a pastor, you need to enroll basically to go through the lay practitioner certificate in pastoral counseling, which is 1 year moderate course. And when you go through, we assist you to sign up with the Ghana Psychological Council, so you practice counseling as a professional, not as an amateur. Because the pastor, you are doing counseling, but you are doing counseling as a professional. And you do all kinds of counseling, premarital counseling, marital counseling, relationship counseling, stress management, depression, and all kinds of issues. And don't work in isolation. It's a consult. We have other professionals we work with where there's we need to refer. We do referral. We even work with the mental health professionals. So here's a holistic.
Holistic. That's why it's called holistic. Okay. All right. So what are some of the courses that you offer? We also run CPD. Continuous professional education. So we do all kinds of courses for. But here, basically, we run marriage courses, we run pastoral counseling courses. So that's what you do, lay practitioner certificate in counseling. So when you come, there's a measure of psychology, of counseling, and all issues relating to you doing marital counseling, premarital counseling, relationship counseling, depression counseling, and all kinds of counseling at the basic level as a lay professional counselor. All right.
Lay counselor, sorry.
All right. So we can go home now.
Yes.
Okay. So, well, I trust you are learning a lot concerning counseling. This will be our first episode. We'll be doing a lot more. We're talking about a lot of things, aspects concerning counseling and all that, concerning marriage and all that. But we'll move to his house and then we get to talk to him on everything that happens at home in marriage and how you can get your home in order and in control. And also we will look at the longevity, the things that hold marriage longevity or makes marriage enjoyable, because he said in his opening statements that he will be back. All right, so we move to the house and then we take it from there. Don't go anywhere. This is Inspiration. We'll be back. Well, I trust you are having an amazing time right here. I told you we'll be coming to the home of Dr. Kofi Abbrey, and I trust that you've gained some nuggets as a result of the conversations that we've had with him. Yes, sir. In your office, you spoke about what you do as holistic consult and training center. You ensure that you bring peace at home.
Yes.
Now, let's talk about the home. The home of married couple. Who is supposed to control the house or be the head of the house?
Who is supposed
Okay.
to be the head of the house?
Okay.
From different angles.
Okay.
The man is seen at the head, and the woman is seen at the body,
Okay.
not the neck. Not
The woman is the body.
It's the body. So the head and the body, which one is more important? Both.
Both are important.
Mhm.
When you cut off the head, nobody knows.
Okay. But the Bible says God is not the author of confusion. So whenever that groups of people meeting together, God will want to establish authority. So the two of them come together as husband and wife. Though they are equal as person before God, but when they come together as husband and wife, God wants order to be maintained at home. This is the man be the head and the woman be the body. And when let's work together, everyone plays his role complementary to make the home what God created it to be. So there's yielding to one another. So there's what we call assertiveness in relationship. And assertiveness is defined by the ability to express your feelings and demand for what you want in the relationship in a constructive, positive, and respectful way. When we come together, the fact that you are head doesn't mean the woman is irrelevant. The woman should have that assertiveness of the ability to express her feelings and demand what you want in the relationship in a constructive, positive, and respectful. While that one is maintained within the relationship, it can go on.
All right.
That will keep the relationship going over a long haul.
Okay. This will keep the relationship going.
Yes.
When everybody understands his role.
Yes, when you have the ability to express our feelings,
Okay.
a demand for what you want in a relationship.
In a relationship. Now the home. What's supposed to be the aura in the house?
The aura and a half is there's what we call unconditional love and conditional approval.
Okay.
We have come together to accept each other unconditionally, just as God created us. So there's a decision to love. God has brought this woman into my life, this man into my life, and I've decided to be there for her. And Jesus decided to come down to our level, lift us up to the position we can be called, refined, cherished, glorious. So the woman is to seek and work upon the husband to the point that he can be called a glorious husband.
Okay.
And the wife, a glorious wife. So in the home, we come together, as an individual. There's intrinsically what we heard and understood. And what is hearing and understanding, peace is maintained.
When there's hearing and understanding, peace is maintained.
Yes. Every individual intrinsically what we heard and understood. So when we are in a relationship, when we are heard and understood, peace is automatic.
Right.
But when you are not heard and understood, conflicts erupts.
Okay. All right. Now, in conflicts resolution, how conflict supposed to be resolved when there is cheating, when there is a break of trust, when lies are coming? How is it going to be solved in a home? How should it be solved in a home?
The Bible enjoins us to make allowance for each other's faults. That means you don't have a high expectation for your husband or for your wife. He can err. You can err.
Okay.
There are some issues you need to just look over and brush aside. But there are issues you are not dealt with appropriately. It will lead to dissatisfaction, a relationship breakdown. So in conflict, what I found out over the years is couples don't create time to solve their conflicts.
They don't take time to solve their conflicts. Okay.
Hey, Daddy, I want to see you. How? Daddy, is it possible to see you after 70 days so I can have time together? I have some concerns I want us to address. To announce to the husband, to announce to your wife, like in the court, you don't just summon to the court, you give it a notice that they come. So let's create time. Anything is worrying you. Because the proper time is for you to tell your partner, can I have your attention this time? And when attention is given, we sit down and listen. No one is 100% right. No one is 100% wrong. In conflict, when you think that you are 100% right, it cannot be dealt with. Because in relationship, it's not about who is wrong and who is right, or what is going on wrong or what is going on right.
I love that. It's not about who is wrong and who is right. It's about what's going on wrongly and what's going on right.
Okay. So if there's something, it's not who is at fault, but what is happening. Let's deal with it. Because I can say, Papa, no matter what, the man might have said something which made the woman to do what she did. The woman has said something or behaved in a way which made the man to do what he did. So you look at the issue from all the angles. So how has each one of us contributed to this problem? You look at it. But when it's sin, you caused it.
You did this to me.
You did this to me. Let's create a time. Let's sit down. Let's define the problem. That's one aspect. We are not able to define the problem because there's what we call substantive issue and emotional issue. Women generally are more of emotional issues. Instead of talking about the substantive issue, it becomes so emotional and the real problem is not dealt with. So when they come together to do conflict resolution, let's put the emotional issue aside, though it should be addressed, but look at what is happening. What is the problem? What is making my husband behave the way he's behaving? What is making my wife behave the way she is behaving? Then when we are able to identify the problem, the next step is, what part did you pray? What part did she pray in bringing this problem? The next step is brainstorming. So, what is the way out? Dear, take how do you solve this problem? Let each contribute. And when we are making that brainstorming, allow every person to talk. That's what we call active listening. You listen, you understand before you respond.
You listen, you understand before you respond.
Because what the Bible says, when you be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to get angry. Anytime someone is talking, you don't get understanding, you are so angry. But if you get understanding, your anger is overcome. So anytime your partner is talking, he may sound foolish, but someone said, if someone is speaking foolishly, allow him or her to learn so I can understand the depth of his folly.
Allow the person to learn so that you can understand the depth.
Yes, the depth.
Because you don't allow the person to learn.
Yes. So even if your husband is speaking foolish, allow him to learn. They can understand where he's coming from. Then once you gain understanding and you done the brainstorming, let's decide on one solution. So what is the solution to this problem? Let's give it a try. Do your part, I'll do my part. And let's come again to evaluate it. Then we give everybody a reward. Thumbs up for having done his work very well. But if you realize that the two of you can't solve the problem, seek counseling. Okay. Anytime you are at school and you are working on the issue you can't solve, you call your teacher, call your masters. Exactly. Master, this problem I can't solve.
It's beyond me.
It's beyond me. The same way, the marital issues, call. And when you are seeking counseling, seek counsel for those whom the two of you respect and are mature enough to counsel you, because there's a measure of advice and counseling within a counseling setup. Counseling is not advice, but there's a measure of advice in counseling. Advice is someone who is mature than you. Is giving advice in the form of coaching. Okay. But when it comes to counseling, the person is not giving you advice. It's coming to your world. See things from your perspective. Understand the way you see things, the way you hear things, and how you feel, how you emotionally respond to the issue. Then you can say, okay, from what I am being, from the understanding I'm getting, you see, I'm going to look at this area, that area. Ooh. So there's self-awareness. When the self-awareness is created, then I want to try this option. And one option is tried, the problem is solved. So you go through all the steps. When they are not resolved, you seek counseling.
Right. So you go through all that. So when there's no consensus,
yes,
you have to seek counseling. All right.
Don't leave it.
Okay.
No approach will be left unattended.
Provision and support. What role was it to provide? And the support, where is it supposed to come from?
This one, I'll sound more, educational.
Educational, okay.
When we were into customary marriage, in Ghana, legally, there are 3 kinds of marriage. Customary marriage, Mohammedan marriage, Christian and civil marriage. Or say Christian and other marriage. The same law, if it is in the church, it is Christian marriage. If it's at the court of the assembly, it's what? Civil marriage. With a customary marriage, potentially polygamous. Islamic marriage, you can marry up to 4 wives. But civil or Christian marriage, 1 man, 1 wife. So customary marriage, the man is the provider. So provider in customary marriage. And the woman is the seller, the manager at home, doing all the cooking, the washing, and everything. When they enter into civil marriage, there's what we call equalitarian rules, the potential to provide. So it is not about the man solely being the provider, but all of us bring ourselves together and managing the home to the benefit of each one of us. And that's why when there are separation, it's 50-50. In a civil or Christian marriage. So when I'm talking about roles and responsibilities, as customary marriage, the sweeping, the cooking, the washing is a woman's role. Providing for the house is the man's role. But when it comes to civil or Christian marriage, if the woman can provide more, she provides. All put your resources together and see to the smooth running of the house to the benefit of each and every one of you. So the rules are not defined in a civil marriage. If the man can cook, he can cook. Man can watch, he can watch. The man can provide for home, he can provide for home. And probably now that we are all working, we are all signing checks. No one can stay at home. We all work it out. And see, that's why in roles and responsibilities, I'll define it from 4 angles. One, there's universal biblical rules and responsibility. Universal, biblically, you see, the man is the head, the woman is what? Is the body. So the man is the provider, the woman is the manager. Then number 2, there is the specific cultural rules and responsibilities. In each culture, they have defined the role of a woman and the role of the man, the husband and the wife in each culture. So if you are entering the cultural man, understand the way marriage is defined within that cultural setting, then you know how to behave within that cultural setting. Then there's what you call situational roles and responsibilities. That is to say, I am the breadwinner, but I've lost my work.
Okay.
Situation has altered our roles and responsibilities. I am the manager of the house, the super of the house, but I become pregnant and medically I should bow.
Exactly.
The roles are affected. Then there's what? Mutual roles and responsibilities. That means we are together as a couple. Whatever others are doing, we in our home, my wife, do this, I do that, for us to mutually benefit for all that is coming in. So you look at how to earn, how to spend, how to save, all that comes in to the benefit of each one, mutual rules and responsibility. So it is not a matter of this, the rules are not defined clearly. Whatever I can do to assist my wife, to my benefit and to her benefit, you do. So universally, basically, the man is the provider, the woman is the manager.
Okay.
Culturally, look at the roles within a culture. Some cultures, women when they go to the farm, they do all the weeding. They do so much, the man will just be around and be singing and be hunting. So each culture has its rules, defined for the wife, the husband. But situation also will affect. At times, the situation is warrant that the woman cannot go out. She has to stay at home and keep charge of the children. Because the children have come, like as when you got married, within 7 years, 5 children.
Wow.
So 5 children, the woman should be at home and to take care of the children. So the situation will alter our roles and responsibilities. So I will be the breadwinner. I'm going to bring all the money in, and she will make sure that she manages the home and take care of the children. So the situation will alter our rules and responsibilities. But in the other aspect, mutually show at each point in time what will benefit the two of us is what to look at, not to what to benefit one person.
Can I ask, do you believe in divorce as a counselor? No, you are a minister of the gospel, but as a counselor, as a professional counselor, do you believe in divorce?
Let me state a principle. God values the individuals within the relationship as much as he values the relationship. So, if the two are together to serve God, why should they separate? But the union is used against God and to destroy each other, the union has already died.
Okay.
So this divorce is not an option, it's accident. It comes accidentally. So divorce is not an option in marriage, but it comes accidentally. God has not created you to enter into marriage to be destroyed.
Okay.
So in the name of marriage, your devotion to God is being affected. The name of marriage, your personality, you are being abused. The point that you are losing your health, you are losing your personality. No cancer will tell you continue in that marriage. No cancer will tell you like that. So you are not looking at even the relationship, you are looking at the persons within the relationship, because it takes two to tangle. But if one is sick and it cannot enter into that union, how do couple cannot be coupled? One is being highly abused, so she's no longer a human being. How do you couple it? You need to make the woman become whole so you can couple. So it's not about divorce. Or you look at the individuals within the relationship. Where they have reached now, can they couple?
Can they couple?
Can they couple?
Interesting and amazing submissions right here on Inspiration. And if you have any question that you want to ask Reverend Dr. Kofi Abbrey, I told you that this is the first episode on marriage. Whatever question you have for him, you can send it to the number showing on your screen. And then on our next episode with him, he will get to answer them. My name is Felix Dadzie. Thank you so much for joining us. But first of all, what's your final word on marriage to the upcoming generation who are getting themselves prepared for this wonderful journey?
This marriage will work.
Okay.
Once you go in and their issues and make your mind not to walk away but walk through, this marriage will work.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we have been hearing so much about what is not working with the relationship more than what is working in the relationship. That's why in our 38th anniversary, I listed about 17 principles that have been working within our relationship.
70
principles that are working within our relationship. So I come from the view that every marriage will work if the principles are held. So you don't just enter the relationship and think about your own and your sin faces, your own lives and his lives. Once you enter a relationship, it's not about you alone. It's about the relationship. There are three things at stake: you, she, and the relationship.
You, she,
and the relationship.
Amazing.
So you think more about the relationship than you as an individual. And once you're into it, about the relationship, more about you as an individual, every marriage will work.
Every marriage will work once you think about it.
Yes. And you are ready to walk through, not walk away.
Don't walk away.
Whatever the issue that you are confronted with.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. And please walk us through holistic counseling, the units that you run. How can people contact you? And what do you do? What services do you offer?
Okay, once you're at the house, maybe my wife will join.
Your wife? Okay. So where is your wife? As you talk about. Okay, so let's talk about the wife of Dr. Kofi Abbrey for 38 years.
Okay.
Married for 38 years. So she'll join us.
Okay.
All right. Welcome, mommy.
Okay.
Thank you. Good to see you.
Yes.
Good to see you.
So by my side. Once you have to be in the picture.
I love your home.
Okay.
I love your home. I love the ambience.
Okay.
I love the home.
Okay.
All right. I love the ambience. Okay. What do you have to say concerning Dr. Kofi Abbrey in all these 38 years?
Oh, in all these 38 years, I would say that the first and foremost is God has been with us.
Exactly.
Without God, we couldn't have reached where we have reached now. So I give all the glory to the Almighty God.
All right.
And also, He's a loving man.
Wow. Wow. I know.
And she's sensible. She's spiritual.
Okay.
She's so sensible.
Wow.
And she's so, how do I put it?
Oh.
In our 38, I wrote about 7S.
7S.
About
in the
her.
17.
In the 17, about 7S about her. It was so glorious. She served me as a queen, as a king.
Wow.
She's there for me.
Okay.
And she'll be my everything.
All
you
right.
know, we have come to the point whereby we take each other as he is.
Okay.
And we have decided to love each other. No matter
That's a
what.
strong point.
No matter what. I'm not all that good. I mean he's better than me. No, women are better than men.
Exactly. Especially putting things together and handling things.
Together. You know, women normally think more emotional, and men think more rational. But we can bring the two together. We can have a one mindset in whatever we do in our relationship.
And I think you should join us in our next edition, where we will answer some questions from people who are watching us. What do you have to tell young women who are watching us, who are getting prepared for marriage, or who are new to marriage?
With the young women, what I'll tell them is they should have patience. And believe God that no matter what, they will have the needed breakthrough in their marriages.
All right. Thank you so much. All right.
So, cancer and training course, we offer all kinds of counseling, especially training pastors.
Okay.
Training pastors have been our focus now in lay counseling, lay certificate in pastoral counseling. So you can sign up for 1 year modular course. And we are doing the orientation August 6 for the 1 year modular course. You can sign up. You can call me on this number 0244 598 994 0244 598 994. And I can send you the form. You can WhatsApp me. I'll sign the form for you to fill. You can join us on August 6, 2022 at Holistic Cancer Training Consult. We are located at Dansuman. Share the same with the Glyco and Safer Side Insurance on your way, on the Dansuman Highway from Sacramento. The roundabout is about 600 meters. The main roundabout. So you can always call, pump in. Whatever your case, other depression, mental health issues,
Mental health.
come and we deal with you. We are going through premarital. We specialize in premarital and marital counseling. So if you want to marry, sign up and take you through premarital counseling for 3 months. And trust me, your marriage will be glorious.
Right.
And if you have any marital issues, give us a call. You do assessment of the relationship. We understand what is working and what is not working. We're able to guide you through to get a successful, satisfying marriage.
All right. Thank you so much. It's been an amazing time. I had Reverend Dr. Kofi Abbrey, and he was joined by his wife, Victoria, Mrs. Victoria Abbrey. Thank you so much. 38 years of marriage.
Yes.
Wow. We're looking forward to the 40th and to the 50th.
Yes.
All right. My name is Felix Dadzie. Thank you for joining us on this wonderful edition of Inspiration right here on Truth Television and also on YouTube on Inspiration with Felix Dadzie. I'll see you same time next week on our next episode. Till then, bye-bye.
Bye.